This is my wife, Corey.
Hi, nice to meet you.
We saw his camper, you know.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So,
it's
so how big is your camper?
It's a 5x10.
5x10. Yeah.
It's just a utility trailer. I built all, like I did my own doors and everything. To make my radiuses, I just cut little blocks to build it up.
Yeah.
But it's super simple. You know, it's just for me and my wife, so it's just it's got plenty of storage.
Heck of a
big
mattress, yeah.
Big
I bet
mattress.
that helps, yeah. How's the wood holding up on the outside?
It's good. It's got 3 coats of marine grade epoxy.
Okay.
And so that's a little bit more UV stable than your standard epoxies.
How long you had this?
I've had it for 2 years.
2 years. How many did you have to recoat it?
No,
or,
I do in this on top of the epoxy I have a marine varnish.
Okay.
Because that blocks a lot of it's a UV inhibitor. Because you can see where on the front it's kind of there's discolored.
Yeah.
That's because I didn't have quite enough varnish on there.
Okay.
So I have to sand it down every spring and apply another coat of varnish.
Okay.
Basically.
Well, that's simple than redoing the epoxy.
Yeah, it's way easier and cleaner than dealing with epoxy. And because when I first tried the epoxy, it was an experiment.
Oh yeah.
On a countertop.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Yeah, it's the countertops.
Oh, the little counter there too. Oh, that's cool.
So we did this in a bar top, like flat top Poore epoxy. And we had it outside installed, but didn't have the galley lid on. The sun came out.
Yeah.
Immediately started to let off a really noxious fumes.
Okay.
And it started to bubble because it's not meant to be in the sunlight at all.
I see.
So quickly I had to go get more varnish and slather it on here.
Yeah.
We weren't concerned with it being smooth or anything really because what it's used for.
Yeah, it's gonna get damaged anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then she did the the Great Lakes.
Are you gonna put up pins where you camped? I guess that's where that's where we are, right?
Yep. That's my low tech Google. I dropped a pin.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, but you've been to a whole lot more places than that
Hey, I just saw it today, like yesterday, and I was like, I had a red push pin in my hand because I pulled some out, and I was like, oh really? It almost seemed like I had to do it.
Yeah.
Destiny had spoken up.
That's cool.
But yeah, I had no building experience when I built this, none at all.
Well, I think pretty much everybody is. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you know, not the building the teardrop, you know.
Yeah.
I never had like a building a house or cabinets or furniture, but not.
Yeah, I had none of that, and then because of this, when I went applying for a new job, I shot a picture of it to the construction company I wanted to get a job for. They're like, yeah, come on in for an interview.
Yeah.
They're like, can you learn? I go, well, I taught myself how to do this. It was the greatest resume I've ever had when looking for a new job.
Yeah. Oh, I like the hatch. I mean,
it's unique. I haven't.
Well, you're not gonna get any water.
Right.
Well, I mean, if it did, you must be going through a hell of a storm or something.
And we have driven through thunderstorms, and the only water I have was like residual coming up.
Yeah.
Which is gonna happen just from the nature of it, but I planned for that. That's why everything inside is epoxied and polyurethane.
Yeah. Man, fighting the water is just never-ending battle. I mean,
Well, it's like what I do construction, and whenever I trim out windows, my boss is like, well, you gotta think like water.
Well, the thing about the house is it doesn't move, right? I mean, you know, like driving down the highway, you're going through a hurricane, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, So.
Oh, heck no, not
yeah.
that would be great if I was.
I almost did it already.
Great.
I've seen 2 people out there. I was like, that's great.
It's at like 10 o'clock. It says it's 10 o'clock. It's got a 1-inch square tube skeleton that is a 1/16 of an inch wall thickness on the tubing. It's a shortened pop-up frame. I added a wider axle.
it's actually pretty
For the
shiny.
stability, it's
We can see ourselves.
it's 8 foot long, 6 foot wide, 6 foot high inside.
And you got a bunk bed inside, right?
Yep. The table drops down to be the lower bunk, and then the upper one is piano hinged.
And I really like the detail. I mean, you're kind of laughing about it, but I think this really adds the character to your.
It just, yeah, that's something like. There's the skeleton itself, and it weighed about 300, maybe 350 pounds at this point. And, my total weight is 1,100.
And then be able to stand inside of the camper is, like I said, it's a luxury. And you got
The older
little-
I get, the less I want to be stooping over to try to get dressed in the morning.
Yeah. Every morning.
You saw when you were in here, but on that bracelet, the wood card.
And that's the guy that chopped this wood down, right? That's and I really like this idea. It's really hard.
I shot it up in with the
Yeah.
The RTV actually is what it is, I think.
And you haven't had any water issue
Nope.
that at least you know of?
Right. I think it'd be a long time before I would because it's all lined in cedar, so that's not going to want to rot. And the styrofoam shouldn't soak up in my insulation.
Because, you know, when I saw the photo of your, camper, I could see this, black trim, but it has kind of wavy pattern to it.
Yeah.
So I just couldn't tell what it was, but, well, now I know.
I bought the big-headed rivets on eBay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're plastic. I'm pretty sure they're a plastic rivet itself. It's just something I bought in 1,000 of them or whatever.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Here's this. I guess it is a standee.
Put stabilizers on.
Mm-hmm.
Spend the extra buck. Don't get them. Them are junk.
Yeah,
I hate them.
Well, I have 4, and 2 of them is kind of locked up.
Because of the grit.
Yeah. All right. So how big is yours?
The trailer is a 5x8.
5x8, and obviously it's utility trailer, and then it's a foamie. And you said how thick the foam?
1.5 foam.
6.5. And then I was very surprised how solid this, the Poore fiberglass shell. I mean, yeah. And you got solar panel kind of built into the
roof.
shell.
It is the roof.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have anything underneath, or I guess.
No.
Wow.
That is the roof.
And you got the extension packed away, but that's where your feet goes.
The extensions are sitting
There you go.
And in that, I have solar on the roof. I have to put the fan on the sidewalk.
That's right.
And I have an extreme drop floor so
That's
that I can stand in it.
Yeah. And you just don't understand, how luxury that is in a teardrop.
I do because I had a regular teardrop.
Oh, did
before
you?
this.
Okay.
That's why I did that.
Yeah.
Then I used a tonneau cover for the hatch.
Yeah. And that was very clever.
Rescued easy up bars for the.
Yeah. And got
Enough room for 4 storage bins.
yeah. You got a ton of storage.
bin for food and refrigerator.
Yeah, and then that's right here is the fuel
For the
heater. I guess it's about this deep, about what, 12 inches or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and only takes very little to heat up
Yep.
overnight.
They'll run probably 5 nights at least.
Oh, it was, so this is 5 nights?
No, the full tank would be
Oh,
about 5 nights.
okay,
which
okay.
1
That's-
gallon.
yeah. Man, I'm just keep getting the projects, and then my list is getting longer. It's not getting any shorter.
Dixie, you okay in there? Yeah. Pull out on me.
Yeah.
That you can hang. I got a shower curtain that you can hang here.
Okay, so this kind of become small outside room then.
Yep. Our on a regular teardrop, you could make this into either a changing room or shower room.
Or have a, you know, potty and
Yep.
and
Yeah, shower room. You can wave at the neighbors.
yeah.
The thing is with the shower tents, you don't have any place to put your dry clothes.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, here you can have your dry clothes
Inside, that's right.
You open the door and step in and put your clothes
Yeah,
on.
and then you can stand, so yeah, no problem changing. Good morning. Sorry.
My wife can stand straight
That's
up in
right.
it.
There you go. Man, that's just, yeah. Oh, hello, buddy.
His name is Marlo.
Marlo, how are you?
British
And-
Lab.
Got enough storage that I can put 3 of them storage bins under the bed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, gosh, you probably got more storage than the stuff you need.
Yep.
I mean, you know, yeah.
It tends to overpack too. I thought it was gonna be nice, and I brought a couple tank tops with me.
Well, thank you very much for the quick tour.
Yep.
I'm sure people can learn, you know, different things, little tricks, and there you go. Do you have to tie it down to hold it while you're just
Couple hair bands.
yeah.
And the bars are from an old satellite dish.
Oh, okay, so that's where that curvature, I mean, it matches perfectly.
It looks like I bent
Yeah,
it
bent
for
it, yeah.
But
There you go. All right. Thank you very much.
no problem. We both have our own unique.
That's
campers.
right. Yeah.
Yours is very unique in the woodwork and little tricks and stuff you did in the galley.
It's just,
Mine isn't the showpiece, but it
well,
does the job.
I don't know. Some of the details, you know, you have. I mean, you know, just creative way of using, you know, unusual material and then, you know, repurpose it into. I mean, I'll never thought about using that for, you know, extension, or I mean, everything really. And I'm definitely gonna look into that heater, see if I can incorporate that. I mean that's gonna expand our camping, you know, season.
Window.
Yeah. Now it's not, you know, I mean, pretty much year round, right?
Yeah.
I mean, especially yours, you know, insulated so much.
You could put a side tent on there and go ice fishing with the heater in there.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Pass across again sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, you're all hooked up. You're heading out, huh?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, we're gonna start packing.
Yeah. So you just finished. You camped once.
We had it out. We didn't really camp. We slept in it.
Okay.
We had a scout event. We pulled it and slept in it, but we were.
And so this is your really first camping?
Yeah.
How'd everything turn out?
It's okay. We got a couple little leaks in the galley.
Yeah, well, that's...
And, you know, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. All the details and colors and...
Besides for that, we're happy with it.
Yeah, and those protection is
Yeah.
something that I'm going to have to look into. I don't know if I can spend the money that you spent. That's and then that guy. See myself. Yeah. Can I do a quick
Yeah, go ahead.
inside?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, it's a mess, but go for it.
Just love the details. And you're the designer, right? You. It'll be interesting to see how you guys do on the galley.
We'll see.
I assume you're gonna carry the same sort of scene theme and just different cabinets and
Right.
yeah. Oh, there's your AC there. Of course, you didn't have to use that.
Nope. And we've got an electrical.
Mm-hmm.
That's AC.
That vent right there, or the port, is that for... Hey, Tom,
Yeah.
what is that?
What's
vent, the vent in that corner?
It's just an opening.
Okay.
Just so the cabin isn't completely closed off. It's just a hole into the galley.
Yeah, I was thinking, you know, right now, only air ventilation is through the window and the vent, I mean,
Yeah.
at the top. All the movement is coming from the side going up. So, you know, your feet is kind of in that tucked away.
Yeah.
And then where you don't get any kind of air movement.
Yeah.
And, you know, sleeping in a hot, you know, southern, you know, climate, you know, it gets very uncomfortable.
That's all those are for. Just to.
Yeah, and that's something that I'm thinking of. Just add in a hole, you know.
There's some holes through the
It
floor
goes
back
in
here.
the galley.
Yeah.
And in the galley, there are some holes in the floor.
So you get a air movement from this way, which, you know, get all the, you know, covers your entire body.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking that's going to be a whole lot more comfortable.
Yep.
And
I got a couple of holes. Actually, I got these.
okay.
And then these fans actually kick on. There's a right here. This is a temperature sensor.
Uh-huh.
And it's like 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
So if it gets that hot in the galley,
Uh-huh.
these fans kick on and start drawing air out.
Oh, there's... You even painted the frame and everything all matching red.
So I really need to, what I want to do, because I haven't done it yet, and I'll probably, you know, just some sheet metal deflectors or something to kind of keep the hot air going out to the to the outside. So I got fans in here too for the air conditioner. I got 2 exhaust fans drawing that hot air out.
Yeah. And this area is going to be your next project.
Yeah, that's our next project.
You don't have to really rush that, you know.
No.
Camp a couple times, find out how you
Find out what we want to do,
what you want to do.
stuff. Yeah.
Just great. All right.
So you driving straight home, or what are you doing?
Well, yes. Yeah. So how big is your camper?
It's a 5x10.
5x10. Is on the utility trailer?
Yeah.
I just love your maps.
Thank you.
Hey, you said this is your second build? Yeah. You thinking about a third?
Yes.
Now, what did you do with the first one?
I've still got it. My
Okay.
kids got that one.
All right. what are you gonna do if you start building the third or finish third? Are you gonna hold on to it or give it to another family member? Or?
Yeah, either I'll hold on to this one or haven't decided yet. I figure next spring I'm gonna look around the idea of a third one.
That's what happens coming to this gathering, right? I mean, just keep getting new ideas and just like
everybody else.
Yeah.
Here and there, and new things I want to try differently.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Oh, no problem. Stay dry.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. Yeah. So now you just finished this, right?
Yep. This is its maiden voyage.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Can I get you on the video too?
Yep.
All right. And how big is yours? Is a little bit taller.
This is 5 foot outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the frame itself is 9 foot.
And you said that's aluminum.
And, yeah, it's aluminum. And then we bump out a foot to the front.
Yeah.
Because I added a foot to the back. It was originally an 8 foot trailer, 4.5 wide. It's all aluminum. Total weight on this 1240 drywood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm going to upgrade mine to a Max fan.
I like it.
I especially like the one on the extended. So even when it's open, you know, you're not going to get a rain into it. Yeah.
That's what that one is.
Yeah, that's the problem that I have. You know, I have to, you know, when it starts raining, I have to only, you know, be able to open just a little bit.
Yeah.
So
put them on my fifth wheel if I had the extra money to do that.
So how did it turn out? Everything worked okay?
Everything's great. Yeah.
Great. Everything tows fine and
it got wet. Everything inside stayed dry. Everything outside got wet.
Yeah, just like.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
We're going over to Mackinac City. Going over to Milk Creek Campground. We're going to be there for another 3 days.
Okay.
Over there.
All right.
And then we're going to venture around down. We might go out to Sleeping Bear Dunes.
Okay.
Go along the lake.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much,
All right.
and enjoy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Have a safe trip back.
All right. I decided to do a walk around of the campsite and the camper that I left, and then this happens. Rain started coming down, pouring down. Oh well. Here's the latest one Jay built, and I'll ask Jay in the Facebook about the details. Camper. He's from West Virginia. This really doesn't justify his setup. He has all kitchen, galley area all set up, and I think he said the wind just kind of blew that away, so everything exposed. But he has everything neat and organized, and I'm gonna have to do another one on the next gathering. But there's so many details that he does with his camper and his camping goods, but I guess this is a little bit of teaser, and I think I'm gonna go inside or get back in the car and start heading back. So I'm signing out.